Morning world, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's the 25th of August 2016. Mars, Saturn still conjunct each other in the sky. The Sun is in early Virgo, the Moon this morning is in early Gemini. Later today, in about 15 hours from now, something like that, early evening UK time, the Moon in the sky will oppose Mars and Saturn. A few people have commented on my blog of yesterday. It was a bit rambly yesterday, but then I'd only just sort of heard the news from Italy, so I was a little bit surprised myself. What constitutes earthquakes in astrology? Any normal, rational, sane scientist is going to say you cannot possibly predict earthquakes with astrology. To which I would go, well, actually, yes, you can. A few years ago, or a couple of decades ago, myself and another astrologer managed to get a lot of information from the American Bureau of Seismology, and we managed to get earthquake data for a period of 3 years of every earthquake above magnitude 5 or that constituted loss of life, and we managed to get the exact coordinates and the exact time that the earthquake happened, and we cast horoscopes for about 300 earthquakes. And we found the type of correlation that we would have expected in about 27 to 28% of those earthquakes. And I thought, well, that's not enough. That's not enough to justify astrological influence in predicting earthquakes. But then we took those same horoscopes and we changed the configuration from geocentric, with the Earth at the centre of the horoscope, to heliocentric, with the Sun at the centre of the horoscope. And all of a sudden, the same significators were coming up in about 65-70% of those horoscopes. So what constitutes an earthquake astrologically speaking? Well, normally Jupiter's involved. Often earthquakes have an aspect, normally a difficult aspect, between Jupiter and Uranus. I stress these aspects are primarily heliocentric more than geocentric, but not always. Often the Moon is involved also from a more geocentric perspective, but again, not always. If Jupiter and Uranus are square to each other or opposing each other, either geocentrically or heliocentrically, my antennae go up as far as earthquake and volcano potentials go, and the resulting geophysical phenomena resultant from that, such as tsunami. However, yesterday, Jupiter and Uranus are nowhere near each other in terms of aspect. The astrological aspect yesterday is obviously the Mars-Saturn conjunction. I don't want to go all mythological on you, but Mars and Saturn are really uncomfortable with each other. It's like, and the gods made war. And the resulting reverberation came out in an earthquake. It came out in Italy, very close to Rome. Both Mars and Saturn are Roman deities, Kronos and Ares in the Greek. So I kind of feel that there's more to come until Mars is completely clear of Saturn, and I'm afraid that won't be until after the eclipse of the Sun on September the 1st. There will be the potential for more phenomena over the next week that has the potential for challenge, difficulty, bad news, I'm afraid to say. I've repeated this a number of times, but once we're past the eclipse, things calm down, but then we're in a 3-week Mercury retrograde through to the day after equinox. And only after equinox has passed and Mercury has stopped going retrograde would I consider that the astrological heat is off. Until that time, we're probably going to be dealing with a lot more crazy stuff going on and the resultant after effects. I think much of the craziness will be over within 1 week of now. But then we've got the results of it, and that's going to take a few weeks to assimilate and integrate. How this is shaping up in personal charts, well, a lot of people are contacting me at the moment going, what's going on? And I'm saying, look, it's Mars-Saturn. Don't go to extremes. The capacity at the moment, with Mars Saturn being really limiting and restrictive, and with Jupiter, Venus, Mercury all together at the end of Virgo being really expansive and over the top, it is so easy at this time for individuals to be either overspending or underspending, overreaching or understretching. The hardest thing at the moment is to hold the middle path, to hold a central focus, to keep your calm amidst the mayhem. That's exactly what's being asked of us. Stay calm as best as you can. And know that in another week, the hardest time of 2016 is over. Let's get there. Alright world, more later. Bye.